Hey, Wayne here, and thanks to Puckipuppy for sending me out their full suspension, dual motor electric mountain bike named the GoldenR for review. Let's check it out.
In the right place for you.
If you're not familiar with Puckipuppy, they like to name their bikes after dog breeds, like the Labrador, which is another bike that I reviewed for them recently. If you're interested in checking that out, I'll have a link down below. But this is called the GoldenR, and I'm assuming that the R stands for retriever, so golden retriever. And if you're familiar with golden retrievers, you know they got a lot of high energy, and this Puckipuppy GoldenR is no different. This is a fat tire e-bike, and instead of big floppy feet, it comes with 26 by 4-inch wide tires. Unlike most e-bikes that come with a single hub motor in the rear, the GoldenR comes with two motors. It comes with a whopping 960 watt motor in the rear and a 540 watt motor up front. And together they peak out at 1600 watts with a lot of torque, 185 Newton meters. Now all this power will get you up pretty much any hill that you need to get up, but keep in mind this is a heavy bike. This bike weighs in at 93 pounds. But it doesn't feel like it when you're riding it, but you'll feel it if you need to lift it. Okay, we're going up the hill with the Puckipuppy GoldenR. I'm on single mode. I'm going to switch it over to dual mode. So now I'm running both motors, and instantly on a hill I can definitely feel the difference big time. So just rained. There's a little mud up here and there. Hopefully I won't run into any. Looks pretty dry. Let's increase some speed here. Up here, no problem. Yeah, this bike handles the hills really well. Very good. And we're back in the mud. Puckipuppy says that if you're throttling only, you'll max out at 20 miles per hour, and that is true. However, they say that with pedal assist, you'll reach up to 28 miles an hour. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick test on the flat road here. Pedal assist only, I'm already at 20 miles per hour. 23, 24. 25, 26, 27, got a stop sign coming, 28, 29, 30. I'm going to slow it down because of the stop sign. So yeah, you can get up to, with pedal assist, you can get up to about 30 to 32. 34 miles an hour. I just hit 34 miles an hour on this bike. Crazy. The battery is a 48 volt, 20 amp hour battery, which is UL 2271 compliant. So Puckipuppy claims that the range you'll get off of this battery is 40 to 80 miles. Yeah, 40 to 80 miles. And that's a pretty wide range. It's going to vary depending on how you ride. If you're going up and down hills a lot, if you're throttling only most of the time. So think about all that and consider that you're not going to get that amount of range if you're doing a lot of high energy output on the bike. So I usually guess at about half to be safe. Not unlike a lot of other bike companies, Puckipuppy is using a Shimano 7-speed gearing system with this bike. So this bike is a cadence sensor e-bike as opposed to torque sensor. Normally I like torque sensor a lot because I like to be able to feel the energy I'm putting into the bike, that I'm actually pushing the bike and the power is just assisting me. Where a cadence bike, no matter how you pedal, whatever mode you're in, you're going to hit that top speed. You don't really have to push it to hit it. But I gotta say, this is one of the few bikes that's a cadence sensor bike that I really like and don't notice as much ghost pedaling as other e-bikes. So right now I'm riding on one motor. I'm going to switch it over by pushing the switch in to dual motors and see if I can feel the difference. Yeah, it just kicked in. On your controller here, you got your power button, your power assist levels up and down. This is a light button, and you got a horn down below. This is the display. It looks great during the day and at night, but I want to show you real quick how you can monitor your battery level. This line here that says 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, that line right there on 5 is showing that the power has dropped from a full charge of 6 down to 5, so you can monitor your power right there. So now I want to zoom back out and show you how to get into some of the settings. By default, you can see where your pedal assist is, your trip, and how long the bike has been on for in this session. If you press this up and down button, you can change the power assist levels all the way up to 5. So I'm going to leave this on 0 so the bike doesn't take off on me. And now I'm going to show you a couple of settings here. If you press and hold the up and down arrow buttons, it switches to these very standard settings. Like for brightness, you would press the power button to select it. Then you could pick your power levels with the brightness levels with the arrows. And then once you do, you just press the power button again to get out of it, go down to the next. And here, I changed it from kilometers to miles. Get back out of that. I leave everything else alone. You can reset the trip, but I'm going to leave everything alone, like I said. And I'm going, oops, I actually selected it. So I'm going to press the power button again. And now I'm going to press the light button. And that gets me back to the main screen. So that was the up and down arrow buttons. Now if you press the down button and the light button, hold it, you can just see a few things here like your average speed, max speed, trip, and odometer. There's nothing here to do. You could just view it. I press the light button to get back out. Now, this is, I don't know if this is a secret or not, but if you press the up, down, and the light button all together at once and hold, you get into this other menu. Now, this menu, I really wouldn't change anything. Pretty much I'd like to leave all this alone. The good thing is if you do change something, you can go back to factory reset. So if there's one thing that you might want to change, it could be the speed limit. So you select the speed limit, press the power button, and the speed limit, I believe this is controlling how fast or where it tops off, where it maxes out when you're using throttle only. And you can take this up. Now you can keep going here, but I think that no matter what you do, once you get past 30 or 31, 32, nothing changes. It's really going to stay the same after that. And by doing that, you'll be able to throttle up to, I believe it will get you up to 32 throttle only now. But I'm going to leave it at the legal speed here in the United States of 20 miles per hour. So we're going to leave it there. Press the power button, press the power button again. Oops, I mean press the light button to get out and back to the main menu. So all the other things in there, I wouldn't change. If you do, you don't like something you've done, reset it, But yeah, that's everything for the display. The maximum payload for this bike is 400 pounds and can accommodate riders from 5'4" to 6'6". Now I'm 5'7", and I can stand over it pretty comfortably. So if you're under 5'7", you might want to tiptoe when you're standing over it, or grab a curb, or just go 1 foot on the ground when you stop. But otherwise, about 5'7" and up, you can get both feet on the ground. And for those of you that are wondering, the minimum saddle height is 35.6 inches and the maximum is 39.4 inches. So this bike has both front and rear suspension, which is pretty good. It's got a traditional front fork shock with a mid shock absorber. So does what it's supposed to do. Pretty comfortable bike. I like it. The GoldenR comes in 5 different colors: forest camouflage, navy blue and gray, orange, and the one I'm riding, which is black and red. For a more detailed list of specs, you can go over to my website, SpiderWayne.com, or the Puckipuppy website, which will list all their bikes with specs. I'll have links to both down below. For brakes, we have 180 millimeter disc brakes. They're hydraulic disc brakes. So I'm a big fan of the Puckipuppy GoldenR. Its dual suspension will give you a nice comfortable ride. The dual motors, which are nice and powerful, great for street riding, off-road riding, up and down hills. Good amount of power. It's got a lot of speed, which it probably shouldn't go up to 32 miles an hour, but with pedal assist only, it will get you there. And let's see, what else? It's a heavy bike, so you might want to consider that if you got to lift it to transport the bike. It's 93 pounds, but it doesn't feel like it when you're riding it. It's got so much power. It's a nice, fun, powerful bike. The 195 Newton meters of torque, that's really going to kick in and help you up those hills. So this is a really powerful bike. So overall, the GoldenR is a powerful and a great looking bike. I think the way that they've designed this, it looks great and it rides even better. If you're looking for a fat tire, powerful, dual motor, dual suspension, electric mountain bike, then the GoldenR might be for you. Check my affiliate links down below. Doesn't cost you anything to use, and sometimes there are discounts attached to my affiliate links. Go grab yourself one, get out there and ride, and I will see you on the next one. So first, I'll install the kickstand. Install the handlebar. Install the front tire and make sure that the front rotor aligns with the front brake pads. Carefully align the top and lower parts of the cable together. You can tell by these marks right here, and squeeze it together. So now would be a good time to install the front fender here, as well as up on top here, along with the headlight here. The rear fender installs here and on both sides of the bike here. To install the rear rack along with the rear brake light, you're going to want to remove these 2 screws here. There's 2 on each side of the bike. When installing the rear rack, make sure that you place the rack over the holes and that they align properly. For me, they all did align properly, except that the rack itself was a bit narrow. The 2 pieces here on each side were squeezed together a little too much. I had to pull it apart because when I had these lined up, the other side was too far in, so I had to pull it out a little bit. So make sure you get all that aligned before tightening these up, and then once you have it all aligned properly, just tighten them down and then move on to the rear brake light. Okay, so I moved the brake light cable that was tied down on the other end of the rear part of the bike here. I moved it, and I've got a wire tie holding it here, here, and here, and now I'm going to plug them together. Make sure everything is nice and lined up. And then this last wire tie, I'm going to move the cable a little bit hidden there behind the rack and tighten it up, cut it, and the rear brake light is done. So for your brake pedals, you have a right and a left. Make sure that you put the right on the right side and you turn it clockwise while the left side goes counterclockwise. Okay, first get the pedal started, and then an easy way to finish this off is to grab the supplied 15mm wrench that comes with your kit, put it on, and then just turn until it tightens up. And then you can maybe give it one extra turn here to make sure. Yep, it's tight. And you're done. While installing your display, make sure that you don't over tighten these two pieces because you don't want to break the plastic. So tighten them up good, but don't over tighten. And finally, put your seat in and lock it in place. So in addition to this great bike, Puckipuppy also includes things like the mirrors and a phone holder. And down below here, a couple more accessories that give you a cup holder and a bike lock. So altogether, this is what it looks like. Good going, Puckipuppy. And I almost forgot, Puckipuppy also included this really awesome bike cover. Now that your Puckipuppy GoldenR for Golden Retriever is all put together, make sure to go back over everything and everything's nice and tight. Don't over tighten the display. Make sure you have the proper air pressure in the tires and the battery is fully charged. And get out there and ride and have some fun.